What's up YouTube? For today's video, we've got a full 4 times weak to steal Pokemon team. Now this is actually a really interesting video, right? Because there's only a handful of Pokemon that are weak to steal. Actually, I can literally count them on the hand. There's only 5 of them. Now people, I had to have really big nerves of steel here to do this team. And the question for today is, what is the worst steel type Pokemon? Let's get some sold in the comment section. I want to see it. Now people, I do stream on Twitch if you don't know, so all my streaming, make sure you follow me on Twitch. Link is in the description of the video. I usually stream a few times a week at least. Thanks to all the people who are members on the channel. If you do want to become a member, you can check out that by hitting that join button below. Now, since we haven't had a theme team for a little bit, I'm going to do a triple battle special today, and we have a lot of interesting and funny battles, and I really hope you enjoy them. Let's get into it. To support the theme teams, people, all you got to do is hit that like button, and if you haven't by now, I'm gonna give you a dang good reason to. Just keep watching, alright? Just trust me. Alright, so we got a Blissey lead here. Blissey actually surprisingly swaps out, and I actually went for a Dank Pulse this time. We got a flinching, critting Ninetales Alola. We got Frost Breath, Extra Sensory, Dank Pulse, and we got a Scope Lens as well. And of course, I've got Sheer Cold on this. So we got the Steelix coming in here. Now, any Steel type Pokemon were it was a real no-go against this team because I really couldn't hit Steel types very much at all. So we got the Steelix, going to go for the Heavy Slam there on my Alola Ninetales, and that one is down, unfortunately. I really couldn't do, it's not like I could have swapped right. So I got some Dank Pulse damage and a Freeze Dry, so I was actually pretty happy with that. Now I thought, okay, let's go into Aurorus. I can go for Earth Power here, right? Choice Spec Set. But then I was like, let's go for a Hyper Beam just in case they do swap into something else. And if they don't swap, it's going to get buried anyway. Gliscor comes in, so Gliscor's going to hit by the Hyper Beam, Refrigerate, but it misses. And now the Gliscor, right, is going to be attack me like easy peasy this turn. I'm actually running a bulky special attacking set. We got on this one, we got Hyper Beam, Ancient Power, Earth Power, and Nature Power. Now, Gliscor's going to hit me with Earthquake. I'm running a max health in this one. Aurorus has a lot of health, right? So it allows it to actually tank some hits, even though it's got like a million weaknesses. So we're going to fire that laser, and Gliscor is going to go downtown. So that's good. We got rid of one Pokemon. I mean, I would have loved to get rid of that Steelix, but you know, Gliscor's a pretty good Pokemon to bury too. Then again, my entire team is like ice Pokemon mostly, so, you know, it wasn't the hardest Pokemon to get rid of. So now we've got the Steelix coming back in, the Wailord. It's going to go for the Heavy Slam there, and that is my second Pokemon down. I was actually starting to get a little bit worried about this Steelix, right, because I actually really can't do much to it. It's a very bulky Pokemon. Even if it doesn't run any attack AVs, right, Heavy Slam is actually going to hit really hard because my Pokemon are quite small. So we got unlike something else. So we got Diancie coming in here. I've got a Mega Stone on this. We're going to go for that Digivolve, Digi-Evolution. On this set, we got Diamond Storm, Flail, Gyro Ball, and Trick Root. It's a physical set. Obviously, we got the Diancie art as the item, and max attack and max health. So we're going to go for the Diamond Storm there on the Steelix, and it doesn't do much. So I really had nothing to hit Steelix with, right? I'm in a desperate situation. It's going to go for another Heavy Slam. I'm going to get Wailorded, and that's 3 of my Pokemon down. I've only got 2 Pokemon left, right? Because I can only bring 5 Pokemon because there's only 5 Pokemon in existence that are 4 times weak to steal. All right, here we go, Carbink. This is the only chance I got to get back into this game. We got the Steelix outspeeding me there, going for the Heavy Slam. Now, this was a physical weakness policy sturdy Carbink set, and it was absolutely horrendous. So we're going to go for the Trick Room here. I got to go first before all the other Pokemon. We got max health, max attack, brave nature. We've got to drop that, that speed down, people. 0 IVs in speed, and we've got weakness policy as the item, which is going to boost my attack. The other moves I've got on are Rock Slide, Toxic, and Stomping Tantrum. Now, if I had my time, I would have gone for a Toxic, then a Stomping Tantrum, but I really need to go for that Trick Room, right, to get my my freaking Carbink to go first. I nearly forgot its name after using. Alright, so we got the Pidgeot coming in here. It's going to go for a Mega. I've actually got Rock Slide in this thing. I didn't reveal Rock Slide. I've only actually revealed Stomping Tantrum. It's quite interesting that Carbink gets Stomping Tantrum too. What is it like stomp you with? Like it's a little diamondy butt or something? Anyway, go for the Scumbag Rock Slide. It's not going to miss because Mega, and that Mega Pidgeot is going to go down. Woo! Making that clutch come back here, people. We've got 3 more Pokemon to deal with. I've got a Carbink left on 1 health, merch available, by the way. Link is in the description. Or you can just check out the merch under the video. Now we got the Vikavolt. Now Vikavolt actually has lower speed than me. However, since I'm running that 0 IVs and hindering nature, that actually allows me to outspeed it in the Trick Room, and Vikavolt is going to go there. So Carbink really bringing me back into the game here. We've got a Blissey, and we've got Eradicate left. Now, Eradicate can have, like, Quick Attack, Sucker Punch, so I was like, okay, Carbink did a brilliant job, but I get a Rock Slide off. I'm like, okay, obviously doesn't have one of those moves, and Rock Slide's going to take it out. I thought it would take it out, but these Focus Sashes, people, they never, ever stop. I can't believe it. Anyway, so Eradicate's going to go for the, return? Yeah, return there, and that is my Carbink down. I was like, okay, I've got one more Pokemon left. It's my Amora, sorry. I tried to put Aurorus and Amora together. Amoris, people, new Galar region Pokemon. You heard it right here. I'm going to allow you to upload that video if you want to. So we're going to go for Protect here. I've got Toxic Orb in the set. Refrigerate Facade is the go-to on this. We got Max Health and Max Attack. Now, let me tell you what the other moves too, because I know you desperately want to know. Facade, Protect, Stone Edge, and Bulldoze. We got the Toxic Orb as the item, and I've already told you what the EVs are. Now, Eradicate doesn't have a lot to hit Rock-type Pokemon, right? So the Facade actually did pretty good damage. I think it actually may be Hustle, because that did a little bit too much. And Eradicate is going to go down. The last Pokemon we've got is Blissey. Now, if you note my health, Blissey will not be able to take me out with one Seismic Toss, so it's going to have to go for a different move or try and storm me up. So I just went for Facade right away. There's nothing I can do. It's going to go for a scummy double team. If I miss with this, it's game. If I land, it's going to do some solid damage to a Blissey. Depending on what the EVs are, you know, its defense is normally like 2, and it's going to body it. Oh, I can't believe I won that first battle. Damn, son. Thank you guys for watching. I almost feel like ending the video there, because I definitely know that I can't top it with this team. All right, people, seriously, if that didn't deserve a like, I don't know what did. That Steelix absolutely destroyed me. All right, the next battle we have got is on my Discord. This one was against, I think their name was Devon. So we got a Absol lead here. I'm leading things off with the Amora. Now, we're going to use the Facade strategy again on the Amora, going for that Protect. We want to get that Toxic Orb happening, like, right away. So, the Absol's interestingly going to go for the Perish Song. So, like, maybe it's going to be a bulky Absol set. I'm not actually super confident that I'll be able to take it out with Facade now. If it was more of a sweeping one, I thought I had a pretty good chance. Right, so going for Facade again, I thought, oh, I've got nothing to lose here. Now, Absol's going to go for the Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch does pretty good damage to my Amora. I do have a lot of health, which is actually helping me a lot. And that Facade does some pretty big damage, not taking the Absol out like I kind of thought it would. So I thought, what should I do here? Should I go for a Protect? You know, should I swap? There's not much a lot I can do. They're going to go for Night Slash. It was the right decision not to swap there. I would have not liked to swap any of my Pokemon. I mean, bar the Diancie into that Pokemon. Alright, so the Absol's Perish Song is going to go down in 1. We're going to bring in the Carbink now. So I thought, okay, I might be able to, if it does have like a super effective move, I might be able to get Weakness Policy activated. However, it's going to go for a Perish Song. So it's like, that's kind of annoying. So I'll probably have to swap out my Carbink right after that goes. So we're going to go for the Trick Room, setting that Trick Room up, which is nice. That's going to really help out my Carbink. Once again, I might be able to get a Weakness Policy up. I need a drink of water. Delicious water, people. So we got 5 more Pokemon to deal with. I've only got 4 left. Every time I did battles right, I was at a handicap because I only had 5 Pokemon. Now we've got the Shuckle coming out. Shuckle's going to throw those Stealth Rocks up, which is a little bit annoying, especially against like some of the Pokemon on my team. Now I was thinking, what should I do? Should I go for the Toxic? Should I try and set up on this thing? So I'd go for Toxic, then spam Rock Slide. Like, what should I do here? So the important thing is I actually got a Toxic up against that Shuckle, right, which is actually really good because Shuckle is a very bulky Pokemon. It's very passive, and usually if you don't have anything like super powerful or super effective, Toxic is like the go-to to get around it. So we're going to swap out there. We're going to go into Aurorus. I've got Hyper Beam on this thing, which is Refrigerate Hyper Beam, and the Shuckle's going to go for the Sticky Web. So that wasn't all that bad because I've got quite a few slow Pokemon on my team, and they work really well with the Trick Room, right? Now this you will not believe. I went for the Hyper Beam here. Shuckle's going to have Gastro Acid. So what Gastro Acid does, it suppresses my ability, and my Hyper Beam with Refrigerate is actually going to turn back into a normal Hyper Beam. So that Hyper Beam actually is not very effective, and Shuckle tanks it so well. Oh, I can't believe that. That was so lucky. So clearly they didn't expect that to happen. Oh, like obviously they didn't predict that. They were just having a Shuckle to use Gastro Acid, but man, that situational move actually really messed up my Aurorus. So I'm on recharge here. Emolga's going to come in there, and I'm going to go for Hype Beam again. I'm Choice Specs. I may as well do it. Now, they don't know that I'm Choice Specs, so they're going to go for the Encore, obviously Encoring me into Hype Beam, which is fine. Now, I'm going to fire off another laser. Even without that Refrigerate boost, the Hype Beam is a very strong move with Choice Specs, and Emolga is not going to be able to withstand that with its, its very subpar defenses or special defenses. Now, we got 2 Pokemon now, which is pretty good. And now we got 169 coming in here. I like Behemoth. It's a pretty cool Pokemon. It's interesting. Its shiny only changes a little bit. So I think at the tips of its fingers and its eyes change color. Speaking of which, we got another Trick Room, which is fine for my team because they've actually put down a sticky web. So like, that actually might help me. Now we got a Signal Beam. They may have expected a swap there. I'm going to go for another High Beam. There's nothing I can do. I don't want to swap out their Stealth Rocks on the field. I'm just going to keep firing off lasers until I can. Hyper Beam do some massive damage. Like real talk here, guys. If they didn't suppress my ability, they would have been in a fair bit of trouble because my Hyper Beam was like doing a lot of damage, right? Now we got the Beam going for a Psychic type move here. I'm not sure what this is going to come off. I'm assuming it's already like Psychic or Psy Shock because they did use a special move before. Having Signal Beam on Behemoth is actually quite good too, because if you come up against Dark-type Pokemon and you don't running like Hidden Power fighting or anything, it can still hit it pretty hard. And it's a very strong Pokemon with Analytic too. Never underestimate its special attack. It's very, very, very good. Now I've got 3 more Pokemon. We're going to bring in the Carbink now. I wasn't sure if it had anything to hit me for super effective, but I thought, nah, let's just go for it anyway. So the old Trick Room and the Sticky Web is actually going to help me out very much there. Go for the Rock Slide on Behemoth. It's on low health, even without that Weakness Pulsey boost. That is going to be enough to take out the Behemoth, which is pretty good. So we've got a Shuckle left, and we've got 2 other Pokemon which you haven't seen yet. So I thought, okay, Shuckle's probably going to come out to this one. The only thing I was actually worried about here was, does it have Rest or not? It's going to go for the Gastro Acid on my Carbink. So that's going to get rid of my Sturdy. Going for another Rock Slide on Shuckle. This probably is going to be enough to take it out. Almost did, but the poison will actually be enough to take it out, which is really nice. So, Carbink's subpar attack and, Shuckle's superior defenses, right? That was pretty much allowed it to live that. Not that it really mattered too much anyway. Now we got the Shuckle down, and we got the Marowak coming out, a shiny Marowak. I don't mind shiny Marowak, it's not too bad. It's a little bit on the green side. It's actually, like, if you look at his body, it's sort of like, blends in the background. So the first boner is going to hit me, and that's going to activate my Weakness Pulse. The second boner is going to land as well, and my Carbink basically got boned, people. Now I've got 2 more Pokemon. We've got to get rid of this Marowak. Now I've got a Alola Ninetales, which I can use Freeze Dry against, and they probably don't have a lot to actually swap into. I thought that would be my best bet to go for, right? So I'm going to get hit by that Stealth Rock, which is a little bit annoying, and they're going to get hit in the head by the Sticky Web. Can you imagine getting hit in the head by the Sticky Web? It wouldn't feel too nice, people. So I'm going to go for Freeze Dry, even though I'm running a very fast one, and Marowak isn't the fastest Pokemon in the world, so I'm actually going to be able to still outspeed that under the Sticky Web. Now Marowak is down, which is really good. That would have bodied the actual rest of my team. We got 1 more Pokemon left here, and I've got my Ninetales. I mean, it's not at its fastest, but it's still pretty good. So the last Pokemon is the Articuno. It's going to get its pressure up a little bit. There isn't a lot I can really do to this. So I thought, well, I could go for Dark Pulse. I could go for, Extra Sentry. What should I do here? So it's going to hit me with the Hurricane, and I just went for Frost Breath again. I was like, bugger it, let's get that solid critical hit. It really doesn't do a lot of damage to Articuno. Articuno is very, very bulky there with leftovers. So I was thinking, okay, since I'm running that physical Mega Diancie, right, that Diamond Storm will absolutely annihilate it, right? So that should be really good, even if it outspeeds me, which it will. So I've got no problems with this. I thought, okay, this game is in the bag. There's not a lot I can do to me. I know I can leave an Ice Beam. If it's got an Ice Beam, I know that it's not going to use Hurricane because I'm a Rock type. I'm pretty much good. I've even got Gyro Ball for it. So I thought, okay, should I set the Trick Room up here and then go for the Diamond Storm? I should just go for Diamond Storm right away. Decide to Mega Evolve and do that. So we got the Mega Evolution there. I don't mind Mega Dance. It's not too bad. It feels a little bit small though this time. So we got the Articuno going for the Freeze Dry there. I decided to just go for Diamond Storm, but I got Freeze Axe. Oh, people, that was so important there. So Diancie's not actually really doing too much at the moment. It's sort of it's like it's grown some extra crystals at the moment. So I've got 1 more turn to actually thaw out. Otherwise, I'm going to get wrecked by this Articuno. So Articuno's going to fire off another Freeze Dry at me, and I'm going to get frozen solid. No! So salty about that, and it's going to be able to take me out basically with a Powder Snow. And that's the game, people. And let the salt flow right through you, because it's flowing right through me now. I mean, that was crazy. Like, spit that Freeze Axe, and especially that Gastro Acid in the middle there. Those 2 things that happened actually changed that entire game. Like, that was so crazy. All right, we got 1 more battle. This one's against Skylar on my Discord. And we got a Skiploom lead. just a hop, a skip, and a jump, people. So I'm leading things off with the Aurora like I have been most of the battles. So I thought, let's get that Toxic up and, that Protect Toxic up and see what this little guy is going to do. And it's going to go for a Sword Dance. Oompa Loompa. Can you imagine a Oompa Loompa sword dancing? So it's got +2 in attack, so they're thinking, okay, it's going to probably have like a grass type move. I'm not too confident that I actually can live this one. However, it's going to set up the Sunny Day. So like, okay, it's got Sunny Day. Now I was thinking, okay, if it's set up Sunny Day, it's probably going to have either an Everlight or a Focus Sash to be able to live my attack. Because clearly they know I'm going to go for an Ice Move, right? So that Facade hits really hard, and another Focus. You know, seriously, I can't go in a battle without a Focus Sash not activating. I'm not even like joking anymore. So we got the Toxic there. Doing a little bit of damage to me, not that it really matters too much. And the Oompa Loompa is going to go for the Acrobatics. Can you imagine an Oompa Loompa using Acrobatics or doing Acrobatics? Now, I didn't have a Grass type move, and that is going to take out the Oompa Loompa with the Facade. But that's cool, people. That's cool. It's good to see Skiploom in action, too. It's like a Pokemon you really never see. It's a very forgotten Pokemon, in my opinion, too. Now, I'm obviously going to get Revenge KO'd by a Caterpie here, so there's not really much I could do. Stantler's going to come in and use Energy Ball, and that's my Aurora down. That's cool. I got rid of a Skiploom. I mean, when you get rid of Skiploom in Pokemon, you have to feel pretty proud, right? I actually really love Aurora Shiny. Like, real talk, guys. That's an awesome Shiny. So now we're going to bring in Carbink. I was thinking, okay, this would be a good opportunity, right, to go for that Weakness Policy Trick Room setup. Now, that's definitely going to go for an Energy Ball again. I baited it and go for that, and I get that nice Weakness Policy activation. So it wasn't down on 1 health either, so I wouldn't be like prone to like priority moves that would take me up, which is good too. The problem about that set is relying on Sturdy. Someone could just bring in like a, any priority moves and take you out, or like a Prankster move or something like that, and the sweep is done. So now we got the Ladybug coming in there called, I hate this, and I went for the Rock Slide. And I think the Ladybug would hate that. I can't believe that name actually just suited what happened to the Ladybug. So poor Ladybug's going to go down. Oh, man, I'm sorry, Ladybug. I didn't mean to do that to you, I promise. All right, so Ladybug's down, and we got the Skiploom down, and now we got the Granbull coming. So that's a lot of little cut Pokemon here, which is pretty cool. So this Snubbull, I'm guessing, is going to be more of an offensive set, or it's going to be a bulky set. And I'm going to go for Rock Slide, and it does absolutely nothing. So it's definitely Everlight, and it's going to go for Toxic. And I actually avoid that attack, which is pretty good. So I thought I could like swap out, but my Weakness Pulse has already been activated. Let's at least get a Toxic up against a Snubbull. And then I might be able to fire off some Rock Slides, right? Get that Flinch, get that Toxic racking up, and take this little Granbull out. I haven't caught a Granbull yet in Pokemon Go. I'm still been trying to get one. Right, so I get hit by the Toxic, and my Carbink is pretty much going to be toast in a couple of turns. I don't know what sort of like offensive presence this set has at all, or does it have rest? Does any way like health recovery, anything like that? I went for the Toxic. I did a double Toxic again, so I thought, okay, I can go for Toxic again, right? And then go for a double base power Stomping Tantrum, which is, is nothing to spit at, right? I really wish in that first battle I was able to get like a double base power Stomping Tantrum up against that Steelix. I mean, I got rid of it, but it would have been nice to do. All right, so that's going to have rest. Of course, it got freaking rest. And the Grapple's going to get, the Snubble's going to get all of its health back. Now, on that, upon that rest, I can go for my double base power Stomping Tantrum. Not that it's going to do like a lot of damage because the Intimidate was up, but it does a lot more than my Rock Slide, would have done already. Now, Carbink is down. I've got 3 other Pokemon. I've got to get rid of this Pokemon, right? So I thought, right, let's swap in Aurorus, fire off that laser, and just take it out in one shot. There's no way this could withstand a Choice Specs Refrigerate Hype Beam. So obviously I'm going to outspeed that one, and that is going to go down. I'd say it's probably, I'm guessing the EVs were like max health, max special defense, or max health, max defense with Intimidate. That should be probably what they were running on that set. Now, we got a Stantler coming in, and Stantler's going to go for the Energy Ball on my Aurorus. I thought this would be like a solid 2-hit KO, but it does a lot more damage, giving me a critical hit, and that's really, really sucks there. I think it would have been a 2-hit KO regardless, but I don't want to like burn it off just yet. We're going to be going into Alola Ninetales. Now, Alola Ninetales should be able to take that Energy Ball rather nicely, and I'm going to get the Snow Warning up, right? So just a little bit of damage on that Stantler may actually turn a 2-hit KO into a 1-hit KO. So we got the Energy Ball there on my Ninetales. Actually does some pretty solid damage to me, so I sort of like know what item it's running now. And they're going to get a swap on their Stantler, and they're going to go into, that was a Dunsparce. So Dunsparce is a fairly bulky Pokemon. I'm going to go for the Frost Breath. So I should be able to hit this with 2 Frost Breaths before I could do anything to me. Plus, it's going to actually get hit by the the hail. There's actually a really, like, noisy cricket in my room at the moment. I'm not sure if you guys can hear it or not, but it's, like, super, super noisy. I don't even know. What the heck? I don't even know where that is. It's like it's inside the wall or something. It's creepy. Anyway, so I'm going to get hit by a Fire Blast Dunsparce, let the good times roll, and I'm going to go down. So we got 2 more Pokemon left to get back into this game. Now, I can basically take this out with, you know, a tackle or anything like that. Guys, refrigerate tackle. Now, I'm going to go for the... I've got Tri-Attack on this set or Ancient Power. Decided to go for the Ancient Power, so I thought I might be able to get a boost on this set, you know, outspeed that next Pokemon and get a sweep happening. But that wasn't the case. Dunsparce is going to go down, however. I mean, at least it got the job done. So we got Stantler. This Stantler has been a thorn in my side the entire battle, right? It's going to go for Energy Ball. Energy Ball literally hits most of my Pokemon for super effective. It's like... It's super annoying. Alright, so my Aurorus is going to go down. We've only got 1 more Pokemon, and that is the Mega Diancie. Now, Mega Diancie really hasn't done a lot in this, like, entire, like, battle source. I was sort of, like, hoping it would actually shine. Right, so I thought, okay, best thing to go is to go for the Mega and then set up that Trick Room and then go for the Diamond Storm. Now, Diamond Storm itself has a 50% chance to actually boost the defense too, so it's quite good at making you bulky overall. Now we got the Stantler. Obviously, it's going to outspeed me again. Mega Diancie is the fastest Pokemon in the world. I just lived that one. That was so close. That's definitely choice specs. And it actually drops my special defense too. So going for that Trick Room, I thought, okay, this is actually really good because I am going to be able to go for a Flail. Flail Mega Diancie, people. So Flail is in basically its top range of power, and Stantler is going to go down. We've got 1 more Pokemon left. Can I clutch this game, people? And the last one is Scumbag Bulk, which is the freaking Umbreon, people. You guys know how bulky this is. It's going to have Iron Tail. What? It's a physical set. They're trying to finish him off with a 4 times super effective set. That would be super salty. Anyway, so Iron Tail is going to miss twice in a row. I'm getting excited, people. I could actually win this. Go for another flower hit. Can't believe it lived that. It's going to eat a freaking berry. I'm sick of these berries. I'm sick of Focus Ashes, and I'm sick of berries. All right, so it's going to eat this berry. I need a crit on Flail here, and the 3rd Iron Tail Umbrella is going to take me out. I can't believe I lost on the last turn to 4 times weak to Steel Moveset. All right, people. Hope you enjoyed both these battles. Check them bloopers out, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Peace.